Namaste. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the topic manifestation. How do we experience manifestation in a spiritually awakening process? And how do the unawakened experience it? And what is the link between the karma, our subconscious mind, and our ability to manifest? So, what is manifestation? Manifestation is about getting something which is at a very abstract level, making it your reality. This can be about anything. It could be about manifesting money, manifesting self power, manifesting work, love, relationships, or some kind of, business or some kind of work. So, manifestation can be of many types. At the level of manifestation, you are operating as a creator being. So, the manifestation ability within you is linked to your vibrational state. If you are of high vibrational state, your ability to manifest is a bit higher. But then it has its limitations. What are those limitations? I'll talk about that also today. But when we are not living in alignment with our truth, when we are in codependent relationships, when we are in a state where we are being abused by others, we don't have personal freedom, our ability to manifest gets diminished because we are in low vibration here. So, as we all are aware, and I keep on talking that we have many different sheets. The Annamaya Kosha, which is the physical sheath, which is the physical body, then the Pranic sheath, which is the Pranamaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha is your emotional body, Vijnanamaya Kosha is your um, intellectual sheath, and then comes the bliss sheath. So, all these sheaths are part of our body. And the diagram which I've given here, if you look at it closely, I have sort of used this very framework to explain what manifestation is. So the physical layer at the bottom, the green color is your physical body. So everybody manifests at this level. And from this level, we are trying to manifest. But where is your ability as a creator being to manifest? It is up at the spiritual level or the bliss level, because it is only when we experience bliss, and in the state of bliss we become a creator being. That is the innermost layer, which is very closer to your individual consciousness. If you look at the first picture, the inner blue layer where you have the Anandamaya Kosha written, that is your bliss sheath. So this corresponds to that red spiritual cone that you see on the top of the triangle. Staying at the level of the physical existence, we are trying to reach through various layers, the pranic sheath, the emotional, mental, and then the spiritual layer when we want to manifest as a creator being. But we cannot manifest as a creator being at the level of the physical material plane, because here the vibrational state is very less and we have lot of constraints. Now, what about those who are not awakened? How do they manifest? When I say unawakened, I'm talking about those people who are not undergoing any spiritual awakening process. Normal people, most of them on earth are like that, and they are not aware that they have many sheets within them. They only experience the physical sheet. Their subconscious mind is locked, so they can't look within themselves. So they have not opened up their entire mind, and they don't understand that there are possibilities within themselves where they can become a creator being. But yes, the desire to manifest is inherently present in every person. Everybody wants money or some good job. They want name, fame. So many people want it. So they are desiring to manifest something into their life. I'm talking about the unawakened person, but this kind of a desire comes from a place of neediness or from a place of greed, and they're very attached to the outcome. When they want to manifest something, they make an effort, and when it does not bear fruit, they can go into deep despair, depression, or they might get too happy, too arrogant when they achieve it. So here, the manifestation of an unawakened person happens within the framework of karma. Because here, when we are operating at a level of vibration, we are within the framework of karma. Very few people actually raise their vibration in one lifetime. Many are born to live in a particular vibrational level, and they live their entire life in that vibrational level. It is only when we embark onto spiritual practices, some kind of prayer or something, or some kind of inner awareness, that our vibrational level rises upwards. When it rises upwards, the destiny of that person, which was supposed to move in a particular manner within the framework of karma, now this person is moving upwards in vibration. So, in a way, he's shaking that the frame of the karma. He is moving into higher vibration. When he is moving into a higher vibration, the karma which was supposed to operate in a certain manner in that person's life, part of it gets absorbed because he has moved into a higher vibration. And that is why when we have a spiritual awakening in our body, at one point when our vibrational state has risen to a very high extent, all the karmic baggage of many lifetimes, which is there at the level of the causal body, that is the bliss sheath, the spiritual sheath within us, that gets burnt up. That gets burnt up because you don't need it. You have learned your life lessons. Your vibration is high now. It is so high you will not fall back. So you don't need that karma in your body or in your sheaths. For that reason, you will see the karma being burnt out, and it is leaving your body like some black matter, or you feel like some blackness has left you. That is your karmic baggage that is leaving you, because now it is no longer useful to you because you're operating from a higher vibrational state. But for an unawakened person, the vibrational state is the same, and they're operating within the framework of karma. And hence, any kind of thing they desire to manifest in their life, it happens within the framework of karma. And their ability to manifest, it comes with a lot of ego, because here the I is very active, and the person thinks that he is doing things, and he is attached to the outcome of whatever he has manifested. So that karma again returns to that person. When I talk about manifestation in this module, I'm talking about somebody who is moving in their spiritual path, and they are able to bring into manifestation something very abstract, something otherwise will not be part of their life, something which is beyond the framework of karma. They're able to manifest it, and they're able to bring it down into the physical existence, or they're able to bring it down into their individual expression. This is what I'm talking about. Now, to understand this concept better, and why certain people can, attract wealth very easily, whereas some people who are like old souls, they find it very difficult to even get small amount of money the right way, or things don't work their way. What is the reason for it? Now I will try to understand before I come back again to this slide. I always talk about soul evolution. In my earlier videos, I spoke about how the Muladhara chakra is the root chakra in humans. That is the highest chakra in animals. So when animals, as per the nature's way, after many thousands of lifetimes of living as an animal, the next lifetime is the human lifetime. And at that point in time, the root chakra, which is our root chakra, which is the highest chakra in the animal, which is there at the head region, that opens up. And next lifetime, they're born as human. They're born as human, their pranic pathways, the pathways through which the energy flows, is open and free because they have no karma. The karmic slate is clear. But at this level, the new souls have not yet formed a personality. So they don't know what is right, what is wrong. They have no boundaries. Many of them have personality disorders, and they are like that newborn child which is constantly taking from the outer world, and they don't understand higher things like empathy, uh, you know, uh, knowledge, mercy, all these things. They don't understand them. So they just live life from the fight and flight mechanism mode. So they do a lot of harm to others around them, and they don't even realize, they don't take responsibility for what they do or what they say. They just shift the blame onto others, and they have typical traits of somebody with personality disorders. At this level, this new soul attracts a lot of wealth, and that is why you'll see many people who are like psychopaths or like very narcissistic tendency people, they attract wealth very easily. The reason why they attract wealth and power so easily is, firstly, they want it. Secondly, their pranic pathways, the prana is moving because there is no karma there. So they're able to attract. And that is why you'll see many of these people sitting in positions of power or money and controlling others' lives, making others' lives miserable, exploiting others. You will see many such people in position of power. Of course, there is a point where their power also shifts. Sometimes it is high, sometimes it is low. But then, after few lifetimes, these new souls they take on karma because of their actions. So here now, this new soul is working within the framework of karma. So from there on, more lifetimes, they develop a personality. And by the time we become ripe and we are fit for spiritual evolution, because we have developed a very beautiful personality, the pranic system has a lot of blockages. Many lifetimes of karma has created blockages in the pranic system, and hence the prana is not moving through it properly. And when the prana is not moving, or prana means chi, so when that is not moving properly through the pranic sheath in the nadi system, our natural state, which is abundance, which is love, which is grace, that cannot come into us. We have lot of resistance within us, lot of blockages in our pranic sheath, which do not allow abundance to flow to us. Abundance being our natural state. If our pranic sheath had no resistance, it has no blockages, then our natural state is abundance. So, when we are now moving into spiritual evolution, we are undergoing the process. Initial stages, especially when the root chakra or the Muladhara chakra is about to get cleansed, we experience a lot of times in our life where we have struggled with regard to basic needs being met. So all these things are part of the process, and at that point in time, especially when we are purging, we are cleaning our system, or the pranic energy is cleaning our system, we find it very difficult to manifest. Because here your manifestation is somehow, in a way, I think it is delinked from karma. Because I told you, when we move into a higher vibrational state, the karma which we were supposed to experience, if our vibrational level continued like that the entire life, that karma is now going away from our system. So some place within us we are delinking from our karma. When we are delinking from our karma, and then at a higher point we are burning away most of the karma that is there in the causal body. In a Kundalini awakening, entirely the causal body karma gets burnt. If it is a top down awakening, then most of it gets burnt in it. but part still remains, which will be resolved later uh, at the level of Shambhala or the Siddhashrama. So once that karma gets cleared, our ability to reach into the higher planes of existence becomes easier. Now, when I talk about manifestation, I am not talking about certain situations where a person is earning money the wrong way, or the person is stealing somebody's property and saying this is manifestation. It is not. And if there is something that you're getting from your family or from marriage, which you were supposed to get, I will not call it manifestation. Manifestation is something abstract, which is beyond your scope, but then yet you aim for it. And you can bring down something very abstract down into the physical reality and make it work for you and for others around you. So here you're becoming a creator being. Unless you become a creator being, you cannot manifest. When I say creator being, this being is just manifesting things for the sake of the joy of creating things. This is from a place of bliss and joy, because at every level you express yourself differently. The upper part, the spiritual path, it is linked with your bliss sheath. This is where joy exists. And the joy of creation also exists here. So you're just creating purely out of joy, and the lower egoic I is not present here when you're operating as a creator being. And here you're not attached to the outcome. You don't care whether your creation is bringing you returns or not. You're just happy creating things. You're just happy manifesting things just for the sake of manifestation. And here you're being very responsible with your ability to manifest. You don't manifest things which will cause harm to you or to others around you. That much of spiritual integrity or spiritual intelligence is there at the in this person at that level. They are responsible, because with more power comes more responsibility. And here you're operating from a very high vibrational state. So when we are undergoing the spiritual awakening process, while we are in the process, there are certain stages where we are able to move beyond the physical sheath and experience the other sheaths much deeply. Within the physical sheath, you have the pranic sheath that is written as life force and elements here, where you have the prana flowing, the chakra system. You experience the five elements, that is earth, water, fire, air, and space. So these also are undergoing change within you when you are spiritually evolving. The mental and emotional layers, they're getting revealed to you so you can purge, because the subconscious mind is opening here. And after you finish that cleansing process, your pranic body is cleansed. You are able to much more easily able to access the spiritual layer within you or the bliss sheath within you. In some phases of the spiritual awakening process or the Kundalini awakening process, we are better able to manifest and attract things into our life than in certain other phases, especially when we experience the descent of prana. The energy that comes from the top, it can be felt like, uh, white, misty, electrical sensation that is falling onto you, like liquid light, or some kind of otherworldly thing that is falling onto you. You experience it that way. I made a video on the seven levels of initiation in a top down awakening. I'll post the link to that video in the description box below. Please watch it. You will understand what I'm saying even better. So when the pranic decision happens upon you, and this descension of prana happens many times in our spiritual awakening process. Initially, we do not understand that this is happening. The only giveaway is that a lot of hair falls away. And immediately after that, you will start experiencing some kind of, spiritual ailments, chronic ailments, which are all a part of the spiritual awakening process. Much later, when you move ahead in the process, you understand that you're experiencing this dissension of grace or Shakti. So, in the process, when you are experiencing a lot of dissension of prana, this is the phase where you will be, getting a lot of opportunities which were otherwise not available to you earlier. Or these are opportunities for name, fame, ability to earn money, to manifest things that you want. Maybe your home, maybe a love, maybe a relationship, maybe you know manifesting very nice things for yourself and for people around you. So in certain phases of the process, whenever you have a pranic dissension, immediately after that, can be 6 months or 1 year, in that time frame, you will see that you will manifest a lot of things in your life. Whether you want to accept it or not is a different thing. Then in certain phases, when we have lot of these symptoms, we don't feel good about ourselves, we are purging, we want to be alone, in a way you are alienating yourself from lot of things in the society. You do not want to mingle with people. That is a phase where you are in a contracted state. In a contracted state, you will not have any opportunities. You will find it very difficult, where you were getting a lot of opportunities when the prana was descending onto you. Now it feels like you are alone, left alone, and even getting small things done also gets difficult for you. So here in the awakening process, we experience the expansion phases and the contraction phases. I made a video on this, um, called the expansion and contracted phases in a spiritual awakening process. I'll post the link to that video also in the description box below. Please watch it. But during this process, what happens is our auric field, the picture that you see here, where you can see the energy moving up, coming out, though the source of that energy is the heart, this energy moves all around your body. Again, from the level of the root chakra, it again rises upwards and it goes on continuously pouring out and again moving through your body. If you put two fingers like this, it comes from here, it comes out from here. So this is your auric field. The auric field is linked to your ability to manifest. During the spiritual awakening process, sometimes the auric field is flowing well, sometimes it is not flowing all that well. So the ability to manifest is much higher when this auric field is flowing continuously through you. In an unawakened person also, they have an auric field, but it is not as strongly and as well formed as in somebody who has reached the higher states in their spiritual awakening process. So the basic thing feel is that when somebody wants to manifest, the first thing is that when they are in a positive frame of mind, where they even look at problems as challenges, they don't shrink away in disappointment. When they fall, they rise up. When they experience failure, they use it as a step to move towards their goal. If the person has this type of an outlook, a very positive outlook towards life, their ability to manifest is much higher. When you are undergoing the spiritual awakening process, you have a mission. The mission is something which will get revealed to you when you complete your process, or when you're just about to complete your process, you will know what your mission is. And the mission will have to do something to raising the consciousness on earth. For example, in my case, talking about these processes is my mission, and that is what I'm doing. So when you are trying to manifest something which is in line with your mission, manifestation happens very easily. For example, if your mission is to help the poor, maybe provide some kind of a medical aid and take care of poor people after your spiritual awakening process has finished. you have to help heal earth. When you think in those lines, immediately things fall in place so that you can do that work, because that is your mission. You are able to manifest everything very easily because there is no resistance here. Once the pranic flow through us, or the pranic sheath is happening continuously, you can see the auric field, it is a continuous flow. When that is happening, there is no resistance within you. And I said, the natural state of any person is abundance, it is bliss. It is the ego structures that do not allow us to understand this. When we move away from the limited I, the egoic state, into becoming a universal being, the ego structures within us, they get dissolved. So now you are able to manifest or bring the higher ability within you, a creator being ability, you're able to bring it down easily onto earth. And hence, people who complete their spiritual transformation process, they become leaders. They become leaders because they are creator beings, they can manifest, they can bring a lot of things which are there at the higher level down onto earth so that it can benefit everybody around them. It can be knowledge, it can be arts, it can be some kind of scientific research, it can be uh, poetry. It can manifest in many different ways. Whatever the manifestation may be, this manifestation will raise the consciousness of earth. So we have to understand that spiritual ascension, the ability to heal oneself in the spiritual journey, the ability to manifest, they all are interlinked. And when manifestation happens here, there is no karma attached. When somebody is unawakened, is trying to manifest something, they're doing it within the framework of karma. But when you become a creator being, there is no karma. You are manifesting out of the joy of manifesting it, like how the creator would manifest things or manifest the creation. You are doing it the same way. So there is no karma. You're operating beyond the scope of karma here. We will see that as you're moving through these various sheets and moving upward in vibration, your personal freedom also will increase. So, as your personal freedom increases, your ability to operate as a creator being, it increases. Because if somebody is codependent, they have no self worth. If they are, very sick, when things are not working in their favor, they're abused. Such type of individuals cannot become creator beings. They have to first work through all that, come out of it, become healed physically, mentally, emotionally. They must come into a level of existence where they have a lot of personal freedom. The higher the personal freedom, and here the person has the spiritual intelligence to use this freedom correctly. They are not using it for wrong things, or they will not go the wrong way, because here it is the spiritual intelligence that is guiding the person's life hereafter. So the person has personal freedom, he has the spiritual intelligence, and hence more personal freedom will make him a creator being, and he can create a lot of things. So an inherent desire, that I have to be free, that should be there in a person who is undergoing an awakening process. And I think the inherent desire to be free of everything is what actually motivates us to move forward in the spiritual path. I think we all are seeking the personal freedom, freedom from karmic relationships, freedom from karma, freedom from cycles of life and death, freedom from suffering, freedom from limited constricted I, the ego. We want to come out of all these things because it causes suffering in life. We want to free ourselves of all these things. We want to free ourselves of shame, guilt, pain, sorrow, So, this inherent desire to become free is what turns you into a creator being. The spiritual awakening process is linked to the inner alchemy, the change in the neurotransmitters, the hormones. There are a lot of shifts in it. And based on how these things are working within you, you experience certain phases where you can manifest more and certain phases where you are not able to manifest much. So, as you become a creator being, you're living more in awareness, you're more consciously participating in life. And when this energy is continuously flowing through you, this energy protects you. It keeps you in a neutral space. And when we are working from the level of bliss, we have more movements happening in this area. Because here you have the Anahata Chakra, here you have the Hrit Chakra, here you have the Manas Padma, and especially the Hrit Chakra. This is the Hrit Chakra. So within the Hrit Chakra is the tree that fulfills all desires. And this tree, I saw it when I was wandering in this area of the Anahata Chakra. I saw my higher soul moving in this area and I saw that beautiful tree. It looks something like the tree which is there in the movie Avatar, where the tree is totally lit up with light, with a lot of branches, a lot of things, and it looks amazing. I saw this. So this tree, it gives you the ability or the power to manifest. This is the wish fulfilling tree, which is there in the Hrit Chakra. And as a creator being, you're operating from this level. Hence, when we can increase qualities which are associated with the Anahata Chakra. Anahata Chakra qualities are forgiveness, love, generosity, selfless service, devotion, surrender, acceptance. All these qualities, they increase the activity in the this area. So as more parts of the area in and around the Anahata Chakra open up, there is more energetic flow happening in these areas, the more you will be able to manifest out of joy. Even for an unawakened person, though they don't know much about spirituality, if they can focus on their heart area when they wake up in the morning and when they can forgive everybody who has caused them suffering, if they can ask for forgiveness from God, if they chant a prayer to make a connection with God, when they surrender to the divine, when small things like arts or poetry or some creative thing moves them internally, when they're able to genuinely love somebody, when they're able to write or create some kind of poetry or small things, some creative abilities, if they try and if they're able to develop that within themselves, in a way they are working from the level of the heart. And this is the Lakshmi Sthana, that is the place of goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of manifestation, abundance and wealth. So this goddess blessings also come into that person. And hence, even working within the framework of karma, this person can manifest something. And that manifestation, it may not be as big as how it happens after somebody has the spiritual awakening process. But yes, to some extent, they will be able to manifest small, small things in their life. And that will guide them onto the spiritual path later, because once their system is getting hooked onto the certain types of emotions which are higher in nature, like gratitude, humility, when they are consciously trying to incorporate such behaviors into themselves, they will automatically move into a higher vibrational state. When somebody is manifesting, it is very important to be in the neutral zone. That is, manifest because The joy or the bliss of manifestation is what makes you happy. Don't get attached to the outcome and don't get attached to the idea that you have created it. Because creation of things at that level happens because of the high vibrational level that you're operating from. And at that level, you don't exist. It is just the happiness of creation that exists there. So here you're in a neutral witness, you're in that stance, and hence you're not tied to the outcome. Even our thoughts or belief systems, they can become a hindrance for us to manifest. For example, if your spiritual awakening process is not yet complete, you have to recheck what thoughts or beliefs you subscribe to, because many think that money is coming from their job or somebody is giving them money. They don't understand that the money or the flow of abundance is coming from that higher level. The person who's giving you the money, your boss, is just an instrument. He is giving you that higher force, that abundance. That abundance is flowing through his hands into you. So if you lose this job, don't think that you have lost your money. Nobody can take it away from you. That flow comes through some other source. I mean, physical source. Maybe you will get some other job, or maybe you will start your own business where that money will come to you through people who are purchasing it. So, whatever has to come to you, nobody can take it away. When you understand this, you are in a very secure place. Give and take at the physical level only happen within the framework of karma. If somebody has certain ideas to steal from you, take away from you, they will only be successful to do it if there is some kind of a karmic connection between both of you. If there is no karmic connection between both of you and karmically you don't owe anything to that person, no matter how much the other person tries to steal from you, every time he tries to do it, he will be unsuccessful, because karmically there is no give and take there. So everything happens within the framework of karma. Nobody can take anything that belongs to you away from you, and nobody can stop anything. Your abundance from coming to you, nobody can stop it. So we have to have an understanding about certain topics. When we understand how abundance flows to us, abundance need not be money, it can even be other things like happiness, joy, relationships, a nice business venture. It can be anything. Even the grace of God also has to flow on to us. Now, when somebody is not yet reached the higher point as a creator being, but they're somewhere in the process and they understand that they can manifest, but when they try to manifest, they fail to manifest. Why does this happen? This is because we have to understand that within our subconscious mind, there are a lot of belief systems, lot of ideas. It could be, we don't believe in ourselves, we hate ourselves, or we have certain dysfunctional thoughts or belief systems working within us. Because the subconscious mind is closed, it's opening up slowly in the process. So, in the initial part of the awakening process, what happens is, though the subconscious mind is closed, the forces within the subconscious mind are still there, which are creating blockages or resistance. And the way that we can communicate to the universe is through the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind does not understand language. So the subconscious mind, it communicates through images. So it is very important to visualize what you want, set it in your subconscious mind. When you visualize it constantly, that image becomes very strongly set in your subconscious mind. And through the subconscious mind, we communicate to the universe. Now, if there is some belief system within you which is operating against your ability to manifest, for example, somebody wants a job, they are working very hard for it. They they're trying to manifest a job, which is very difficult for them. But they put in a lot of effort, they're doing visualization. But then still things don't work because somewhere within them they feel they're not worthy of good things. This idea that I'm not worthy of, doing good things, or I'm not worthy of higher positions, I lack confidence, this is there in that person inherently. This inherent idea which is there, it is working against that person's ability to manifest. That is why here, apart from visualizations, you have to use affirmations. If there is some belief system within you which can work against you, then it is always intelligent to put in an affirmation, a repeated affirmation, which will counter your lack of belief in yourself. For example, there are certain times where we have to tell ourselves that I can do it, I am worthy of it, I am worthy of things, I can handle things. You know, you have to tell yourself affirmations. When you repeat something a lot of time and you can feel that inner emotion, the kind of emotion that gets attached to it, a kind of a courageous emotion gets attached to your affirmation, and especially when you're experiencing the upward flow of energy in your body, that is when you will be able to root out the previous belief system that I am not worthy of good things, or I am not worthy of love. The sense of unworthiness within us, it can get replaced by the sense of being worthy. And from where do we get this sense of being worthy? It comes from our connection to the higher level within us. The higher level within us is the divine. Your connection to the divine, it wipes away all those insecurities, all the sense of unworthiness, all the sense of self hatred, self sabotaging patterns and behaviors within us. It is wiping our slate clean. But then, when you understand how it happens, and if you do it consciously, it happens faster. And after we have set a prayer, we are visualizing, we have certain affirmations happening. The third thing is we have to pray. Pray for the connection to a higher power, because at that power you become a manifester of things. And then we have to move into the neutral acceptance mode. Don't tie yourself with the outcome of your manifestation. Watch it like a witness. The more you free yourself from the outcome, expectation of the outcome, the more personal freedom you have. So here we have to understand that we create at that level for the joy of creating it. And when we are creating from joy, we are not attached to the outcome of it. So by the time you are at that level, all the blockages in your system are gone. You are operating from a higher vibrational state. And that is why when people are very envious, they're very greedy, they're very needy, they're in a low vibrational state. Some people are unnecessarily competitive with everybody. They play politics, blame game, they don't take responsibility. Such people are in a very low state of vibration. And hence they cannot manifest as a creator being. They may get wealth through the wrong means, or they may get wealth because their karmic slate is not yet written upon. They may get wealth like that because they are the new souls. But as you are evolving and you get caught up in the karmic loops, here we have to look within and remove all those emotions or thoughts which will pull us down into lower states. When we understand that abundance it is there for everybody. There is no need to be unnecessarily competitive, unnecessarily jealous or envious of others' victory. When we can feel happy when somebody else wins and we genuinely feel it, you have wiped away the thought that abundance has limitation. Abundance has no limitation and nobody can take away your abundance. When you understand that, there is no need to be envious of others. And with this, you become a natural leader, because when you are unattached to the outcome of what you do, you have more personal freedom. You can express yourself again as the creator being. You don't get tied down to your manifestations. Many, they manifest, but if after manifesting, whatever they have manifested, if they use it for wrong reasons, they get caught up in vices, in addictions, or if they again get caught up in that lower egoic arrogance, I, they lose what they have manifested. They are no longer the creator being. Because as I told you, when you're a creator being, the energy flows more in this hand. So whatever you are able to create as a creator being, that should fill more humility into you. It should fill you with more knowledge, with more grace, with more surrender, acceptance. When you do that, you are consistently manifesting things. You are creating things out of the joy of creating things. Like Shiva. Shiva creates the universes because he enjoys. He does it out of bliss, the joy of creation. We too, at that level, we are just creating because that creation itself is giving us joy. The process is giving us a lot of joy. Hence, I think that people who think that work is a burden, they cry when they have to work, they're lazy, they don't enjoy the process of creating things or doing things. In a way, they are stripping themselves of the bliss of creating things. But when you enjoy work, no matter what work it is, whether it is a household chore or whether you have to do big things, when you enjoy the process of doing work, you're becoming a creator being here. You're already operating from a higher level, and hence you will attract a lot of abundance from the universe. Lot of opportunities will come your way. Your skill, your intelligence, your ability to handle bigger tasks increases in your life, and you become a creator being at a higher level when your energy is now operating mostly from this area. And your ability to create, to understand, though what you create can be largely different from what another person can create, but then your ability to create is at a different level. Thank you.